Welcome back to Radically Rational Radio. In this episode, we're going to cover Biden's trip to Ireland. When our president is spending 3 days in a country, there has to be a good reason. So with everything going on in America right now, why is it so important that Biden spends 3 days in Ireland? Let's jump into it.
I hadn't planned on running for president again in 2020. Started to write a book talking about how technology has always changed the world. The technology was changing so rapidly and things were changing so significantly. Look what's happening with artificial intelligence right now. It holds enormous promise and enormous concern.
There was President Biden addressing the Irish Parliament yesterday. Badia, your reaction?
So much for Scranton Joe, right? So much for Union Joe, right?
Yeah, right.
You know, and I think that the
Amtrak Joe.
Exactly, that he's traversed from being sort of the working class, caring about the working class, to being a person who's invested in writing about the professional managerial elites, right? You know, technology, how these tech elites are, you know, taking jobs from the working class. That is the pathway that the Democratic Party has traversed, from representing workers, from being the party of labor to being the party of those over-credentialed elites, that President Biden is now very much in that milieu, leaving the Republican Party to represent the working class.
Well, I'm still questioning the agenda in Ireland. I'm sorry. There's so much going on here. Why are you in Ireland? The president's having the time of his life in Ireland.
It's upsetting, and you wonder why he went there in the first place.
Exactly.
This was not a trip that was articulated or explained to anyone.
I don't, you know, we've got so much here to discuss, from economic to foreign policy issues. So I also question what is going on in Ireland that is so important.
I mean, I guess Jack Kennedy went there, and it went well.
So what is he doing in Ireland? If you're wondering why our commander-in-chief is spending 3 days in Ireland, it's because we just had a massive shift in international assets. And Ireland only has 2 members on their World Economic: the Minister of Finance, stakeholder capitalism, and the Taoiseach of Ireland. And I think that's hilarious, because if it said Prime Minister, you would truly understand why it's scary if these are the only 2 people the World Economic Forum has in Ireland. Because Ireland, since 2016, has become the #1 place for multi-international companies to bring their assets to. We're just watching our president participate in globalist actions while our country burns. I give you our president-in-chief. I hope you learned something. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in next episode. Stay resilient.